Was it 8 weeks? Are we at 8 weeks?
This is 8 weeks. 8.
Wow.
Yeah, I had that same thought before sitting down of like, oh man, we're getting into it. There's like 2 months. Do you start saying 2 months now, or do you keep it at the weeks thing?
I feel like most parents say weeks way beyond what I can math.
Oh, I know.
Like they're forever. At 34 weeks. I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Believe me, I know. And forever I was like, vomit in my mouth taste and hearing like that 34 weeks. So great. It's, can it talk and drive yet? But, I don't know.
Yeah. Like what happens at 34 weeks? I don't know what.
Nothing. It's after 33 and before 35, and nobody knows how long it is. But now that I'm a dad, it's certainly, you want to kind of mark it in weeks at the top, because one, so much is changing.
Yes. Like
8 weeks for my kiddo, eye colors are really starting to shift. And his eyes have always kind of been like dark, and we're like, oh, they're gonna be brown like his mother's.
Yeah.
But they're lightening up, and they've got. I think we talked a little bit about it. He was starting to have a ring around his pupil. Well, now,
yes,
the rest of the eye is kind of lightening up. That's not a word, but you get the gist of it.
Yeah.
It's mushy dad brain thinking of words for himself to use. But yeah, it's like I was talking to a good friend who's about to get married, and he had called to check in on me, and I was like, I didn't even ask him how he's doing with his wedding planning, and so I called him back a couple days later. I was like, all right, my turn to check in on you. He's like, well, thanks, and how is the kid? And I was like, well, he's like, and I said it was last week, I was like, he's 8 weeks or he's 9 weeks, and I was off. And I was like,
yeah.
And so then I sent him a message. I was like, oh man, we just took this photo today, and he's only 7 months old. And he's like, 7 months, huh? It's like, oh man, I don't know.
Time flies.
Time flies, and mushy dad brain doesn't really count well. That's all it is.
Right. Well, and if you're like me, even without a kid, I don't math well, so I can't imagine how much harder it would be.
Well, we're in good company.
Sleep deprived, and yeah, exactly. Well, this is episode 5, week 8. I'm Ed Placencia. I'm talking with Lane Compton, as always. And Lane, we started this at 4 weeks. You were 4 weeks in. How's week 8? What's going on?
Week 8, starting to get a little bit more sleep, which is nice.
You and the baby?
Both. Yeah. Started to do like 4.5 hour stretch here and there. Wow. And last night we actually got a 4.5, a break, and then a 4. And what we kind of learned was from a particular lactation consultant that popped up in one of our algorithms.
Right.
It's like the only thing I'm seeing anymore is the new diaper, the new baby wrap thing that,
Oh, yeah.
And lactation consultants. That's my feed now. And
that's
every
amazing.
once in a while, a friend. Yeah, it's so stupid. But this one in particular was talking about how more often than not you're doing a disservice to you and the kid at night when feeding, and at a certain stage, right? Like when you start, you wake it up every 2 to 3 hours, no matter what, just to get food in it so it doesn't lose too much weight, because they, as we discussed, lose and then start getting back. But at a certain point when they have gained back and are doing well, they're on their, good trajectory of their weight gain chart, she suggested that you not burp and change and do all this in the middle of the night, because at a certain point they stop pooping as much throughout the night, and so they don't necessarily need a change. Diapers in particular are very absorbent these days, even better than they were probably when this person made the video.
Yeah.
She also said when you're burping and doing that to it, it wakes it up. The kid is more awake. It takes longer. And for me too, it was like we talked about last week. It was like, oh, it slept for 3 hours. It's like, well, yeah, but I spent an hour burping, changing, and then calming him down enough to then get him back to bed, and then it takes me another 15, 20 to go to, and then it's like, all right, well, I only got 2 throughout that. So that was something we were like, we should give this a go, where we are not, unless you can, smell, or as he's feeding, there's a visible, if there's visible, of course, but if there's an audible blowout or something like that, then yes, of course we're changing.
Right. Yeah.
We're not making him sit in the shit. Not yet. That'll be like high school, when he's really done
he
something
comes home
wrong.
drunk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Smoke this whole pack of cigarettes now.
Right.
But save one for me, because I'll probably need one. Not that I smoke anymore. But yeah, so we're not changing unless an absolute necessity, and not burping. And he feeds and then just goes right down. And another part of it too was not overfeeding at that time, because of the like reflux that can happen, or like spit up that occurs. And oftentimes, you're just in that zone of like, you feed one side, you go to the other and just feed again, and they don't need as much at night. We're not cutting them off or like pulling them off the bottle and feeling like, you had your 2 ounces, kid. Get out of here.
You can't stay here, but you don't have to go home.
Yeah, exactly. You're cut off.
I said that backwards.
I knew what you meant. Everybody knows what you meant. No one even noticed. That's just such a line now. Yeah, and it's proving to work. One, he's now, once finishing feed, you sit him up for a second just to have him cool down, and he'll burp on his own. Doesn't even need the push towards it, and is like instantly back asleep. We can put him down, and then he'll go 4.5, and it's been growing every night. And like I said, last night we did, the first one was a 4.5 hour, and then a up feed change, and then went down for another 4, and then like 5:30 he was up again for after 4 hours, and fed. Mom went back to bed. I'm like, if the sun's up and I can see it even coming through, or even think that it might be up, I'm done for. So but it was good. I've been trying to get in that habit of getting up in the morning, because I feel like that's my time to steal an hour or two to do what I want to do for myself, which I'm trying to institute more. Because I was, trying to do it when he was up with me, and it was just like, I would start a yoga session, and 5 minutes in, it's like, I don't know how I thought he was going to sleep for 30 minutes or an hour, that's not at this time. So trying to figure out and implementing things for the schedule, and a lot of that has to do with going to bed earlier too, because he gets a little fussy and around our dinner time, and then we'll put him down and kind of wind down ourselves, and then we'll join him, but earlier. So week 8. How's
your wife's recovery going?
Thank you for asking. Good. Today she had her first PT. She had done pelvic floor thing previous, but this was her first like PT session where she's, going to the place and starting her routine of that. Which, I think you got to start somewhere. And so, in some regards, what she was saying was it felt really bad because, so much of the beginning is doing photographs and seeing where you're at and showing your, where the mobility is lacking and stuff like that. And so having to look at her body that is so dramatically changed. And has fat where, she's always been a very fit, athletic build her whole life. She, there's fat where there wasn't before. And that I can only imagine. It's very, very difficult. And then on the same side of the coin, she was trying to remind herself, looking at our son as she was recounting her time there, of like, and yet I made that. Like, my body made that, and that's amazing, and I should, so it was like a double-edged sword, and kind of having to reckon with where she's at and be, try to be okay with it, and understandably have the the feelings of that it isn't, and
Yeah.
there's things she'd like to do, and also pat herself on the back and say,
Yeah.
I did good things. She
Right.
did good things, Ed. I'm
She
telling
did.
you. Yeah.
Did an amazing thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I think she's eager to like really hit this. She's, done spine surgery rehab that took her almost a year to get back out and running and doing her thing. And so this is not new to her, the whole idea of rehabbing and doing that. So I know she can tackle it and will kick ass. But, it's something that us dudes we can't fully relate because we don't know both of those feelings really. I mean, I know when I'm heavier than I like feeling that alone feels like shit. And so, couple that with more weight than you used to having because you had to feed a child and now they're born and you still have it. And it's like, couldn't have all gone at the same time. But,
Right. Right.
yeah. I mean, I think it's important to remember that and kind of highlight how it's a big transition.
Oh yeah,
Huge,
totally.
monumental. I mean, life changing.
Last week she was gonna go out with her friends for a social night out rather than just an appointment or an errand. How did you guys do on your own? How'd it go for everybody?
She did great. I think she had a good time. I don't remember any big meltdowns or blow ups. So I think we must. The house is still standing. The kid's still alive, and I'm here to do week 4 or 5. But yeah, she's gonna do something with some friends again tomorrow as well, and I think she's gonna take the kiddo with her this time.
I know you had mentioned that you were just starting to kind of take him out and kind of expose him to the
elements.
Yeah, the elements.
Out in the elements.
The strangers and
we went and sat outside at a restaurant in the neighborhood, just the 3 of us, to see how that felt.
Did anyone overly touch him or pick him up or anything like that?
No.
Good.
Yeah, I think we have a neighborhood where there are lots of young families, and so it's not such a new thing. And we didn't really run into anyone we knew, except for one bartender that was working next to the place we went. And she kind of like popped her head out. Was like, "Oh my God, congratulations!" But she was at a distance, and I feel like would have been fine even if she was that close. But yeah, no big thing. I think there was a lot of build up anticipation, making sure we had all the things. The bag was packed. Right. It was fine. He just hung out. Slept for most of it, but looked around and saw the world a little bit, and it was great. It was great.
I know the night before he was born and even during the birth and everything, music played a really big part in it. Are you guys intentionally playing specific songs or specific genres when he's around or for him?
Thank God you're running this show, Ed. I mean, you have such a great memory and you great callbacks. I was like, man, what am I going to talk about next? I feel like I
got you, buddy.
Sinking already. You're such a sweetheart. Yeah, music. Well, I mean, one, it's a big part of my wife's life. I mean, it is for me as well. I love music too, but she's like, there isn't a song that comes on anywhere that she doesn't know the lyrics to and sing along and harmonize with. And her mom still sings to this day, and so she grew up around a lot of it. So yeah, music's big. We did create that birthing playlist, and we now have a sunshine playlist or like waking up playlist.
Yeah.
Like Good Day Sunshine.
Yeah.
I'm terrible with names of songs, so there's like a whole list of songs that have sunshine or something in it.
Yeah.
It's probably way too early to be like, okay, and now this is Led Zeppelin, okay? Right. And this is Tom Petty.
You need to know this.
Yes. But we're doing it anyway. Right. My wife's like, Sade. He doesn't know Sade. Let's put Sade on. And it's like, oh, great,
Just by osmosis.
Yeah, well-rounded. But yeah, I do a lot of classical with him in the morning. And it actually helps him wind down too.
Is there much... I know there's a big line of like baby's first Mozart or baby's first Einstein? Do you do a lot of that, or is it just regular classical music? It doesn't have to be specifically for baby.
Well, we just were gifted those. I was just going to bring that up. We were gifted those books. Yeah. Oh, yeah. By my uncle and his wife. And they're great.
Yeah?
He's a little young because he can't really like hold it and follow it. But you can just open the page and the music can play. It's like a song or something like that. So might as well just put on the playlist.
Right.
But the books are great. I mean, it's really cool. I'm really
awesome.
excited to have them and can't wait to share them with him.
Yeah. Do you find yourself kind of restraining yourself from listening or watching like certain TV shows? Like, I don't want this on while he's or like, has that changed at all?
No, not yet. And maybe we probably should. We had, I don't think I had seen any of them, but and maybe only the first. But we were catching up on all the John Wicks to see Ballerina.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, and that was like the first weeks that we were home is watching all of the John Wicks
right.
and then Ballerina as we hung out with him in the afternoon. So, yeah, no aversion to gore and death. Like, it's, going out of style. But I suppose at some point that'll have to change. But yeah, we watched Severance with him.
Yeah,
I mean, he's just kind of there hanging out.
Right.
And Chief of War now. So, yeah, there you go. Lots of death. And
he's becoming cultured.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Does he have any toys that you had as a kid, like the classic Fisher-Price or anything like that you're excited about?
He actually has the mobile that I had above my crib.
Really?
His, that was made by my dad's cousin, who I call aunt. We're like very close, but yeah, she hand like stitched it or wove it, cross stitching or whatever. And it's, old MacDonald had a farm basically, E-I-E-I-O, and it's like the farmer, 6 or 7 animals, and the barn, and very, very simple. At this age, he's not doing anything with any toys, of course, but the thing that happens at this stage is beginning to see, of course, the contrast, black and white. So contrast, like pictures or books, which have been around forever. Like the contrast, like it's like a black and white fish. And, so we have the contrast fruit book and the contrast sea animals, marine life or whatever. But the marine life one incorporates red because they're able to begin to see red at this age.
Wow.
And I think reds and then greens start coming. So it's like the primaries start coming through. Yeah, red and green. He's all Christmas. But yeah, toys are definitely different. I mean, even like the little blankets. Like, I don't know if were you a kid that had a blanket, Ed? Did you have a binky or a thing? I don't know.
A blanket and a teddy bear. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know that I had a blanket. I know I had a teddy bear. Rocky. Well, do you remember your teddy bear's name?
It was Teddy Bear.
Oh, that's appropriate.
It's very original.
Well, something tells me someone said, "Here's your teddy bear," and you said, "Oh, okay, I call it Teddy Bear."
Name. Yeah.
I like that.
What was Rocky, a squirrel, or was he a bear?
No, he was a bear. He was a bear.
Okay.
It was named after babysitter who I think may have given it to me, and so the royal we decided to call it that. I'm sure it was my parents that suggested it, but anyway, so like you had a blanket. Well, blankets these days, I think I just need to grab one. It's not far, just to show you.
No, you're fine.
I've never seen these before. One.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited to find out how you innovate on a blanket.
Yeah, I mean, it seems just silly to me. But they're like, it's a combination. So it's an elephant.
Oh.
But it's like a small blanket.
So it's almost like an elephant torso kind of sewn onto, almost like it has a dress, but its body's in the middle of the blanket.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Look at that.
I don't, what are you supposed to... And then this is like another one, the duck is holding the blanket like maybe the child will. And we've just been gifted another one that is a little bear and a blanket, and I've never seen these before, but this is all the raving kids these days.
See,
they can't just have a blanket. No, the blanket's got to be an animal too.
Right.
But they also often come in a pack with a blanket.
Maybe it's like a substitute blanket, so when you need to wash one of them, you have like a spare. You can kind of like swap out. Maybe
I like that. I've been putting it where his head will be when he's lying in like a bassinet or the changing table. Yeah. That duck has been peed on many times. I've had to wash it multiple times. Yeah. The duck sits on the changing table with him.
That duck's into some crazy stuff.
Hey, man, it gets crazy. It gets crazy. Look, it's just...
Not by choice.
No, and one would think you'd learn at some point that's what's going to happen, and protect yourself. But no. You go in like a goldfish.
So when you talk about feeding at night, and this is going to be another one of the Ed obviously doesn't have a kid questions.
I love those questions.
At what point is your wife able to pump so that you can feed at night? And are you doing that yet? Does that not happen for a bit? Where's that time frame?
That's starting.
Really?
So you're right on time with that question.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, for a guy who doesn't have a kid.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, so we've just kind of begun that, and so that means that what she has to do is in between a feed at some point in the day, she will do an extra feed, but not feed the child, just pump. And then we're able to store that. So we've got
freezer. Okay.
You can put it in the fridge, but it doesn't last as long, of course.
Yeah.
And so we've got a bank building up, so that I think we're almost to the point where we have enough for a full day, which would be about 10 feeds.
Wow. Okay.
I think that's right where we're at, roughly. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Because sometimes in like those like growth phase points, he gets like really fussy and cluster feeds as like he's doing a major developmental change, and then he comes out of it and kind of goes back to his normal. But yeah, we're like roughly 10. So yeah, we've started that, and we've cleaned all the bottles, getting those ready. So yeah, I mean, I'll probably thaw something for when she goes out tomorrow, just in case.
Yeah,
because it's nothing like mother's milk when you're upset. I mean, it's uncanny. Right. It's like, I'll try everything. And it's like, everything. And then mom's like, let's just see if it'll feed. And
has he fed from a bottle yet?
No.
Okay, all right.
I have not tried it. So yeah, I've got to learn that stage. That's my duty.
That's just crazy to me that 10 feeds is a day.
Yeah, I mean,
because in my head I was like, okay, so that'll last like 3 or 4 days then. Like,
no, yeah, because it's the amount is like 3 to 5 ounces, I think, or 3.
Okay, it's not like mason jars.
No, it's not like a 12 ounce bottle. Yeah, it's minimal because their stomachs are still. I mean, he's still like that big. He's 22 or 3 inches now, probably, and probably pushing 11 pounds, so yeah, he's still pint size,
Yeah. Is there a name you call him that isn't related to his name, but like our little bean or our little chocolate guy or whatever? Is there
there's some nicknames that are developing. Milk Dud is my favorite, because when he gets off the breast, he's just like drunk, and he does this thing as he's feeding, he kind of grabs on to mom, and in a way kind of like is like massaging her, or just like something's happening, and when he's done feeding, he's still working
the fingers.
Yeah. He's doing his finger exercises.
Right.
But yeah, Milk Dud, that just kind of came out of, just how he was acting, which I like Milk Dud.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's tricky. The like affectionate things that come out often are the same things that I was calling my wife. You know, sweetheart, sweet pea.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait a second, that's not yours.
Right.
You know,
right.
I have the same kind of love in a way for you, but I gotta be more creative than that.
Have you ever called your son anything, just like joking around, and your wife's like, nope, don't call him that. Like, what's up? Well, what's up, little, I don't know, little carrot top or whatever. And like, nope, we're not, nope. You know, just.
No, I mean, sometimes I probably call him like a little shit or something, but no, I don't think I did that. But, you know, it's tempting at times.
Right.
I mean, when we were thinking of names, I'm sure there was something. Like, we actually settled his middle name was going to be his first name. And she was ready, I think, with it, but I was like, okay. She's like, you don't love it. I was like, no, I just like, you know, I got to try it on, I guess. And it's like, there was a day where I was calling him that. And
right.
Like, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And we had already decided on his middle name, which was going to be so her middle name is her mom's maiden name, which is also my middle name, is my mother's middle name. But it's also true of both of her siblings. They all have the same middle name, was the mother's maiden name, and same with my sister and I. So we thought, oh, well, that's kind of cool. But also, like, well, how do we keep all these family names alive? Because that's obviously been passed down. And I really love that I have my mom's maiden name because I was very close with her parents. And I love that it's, you know, that name has stayed alive. So you're like, well, how do we... So we literally took 2 letters from each name and made a name.
Oh, that's so cool.
Which turned out to be what his first name is.
That's
so
amazing.
Those listening at home that want to put the math, put some math to it here, figure out what the name is of this kid, this mystery kid. But yeah, that's how we came up with the name.
That's so cool.
And I was like, well, what if we just called him that and as his first name instead of middle name? And
right.
she was like, what? Record scratch to a stop? Well, actually, that could be really cool. And what's really neat about it is then he's kind of named after both of his grandmothers. Yeah. But also his great-grandmother.
Right.
Which I really love.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very unique. You probably won't meet anyone else with that name. Although this name does exist like in Greece and other, but they pronounce it slightly different. Yeah. And sometimes even spell it differently. But, you know, it exists out there, but it's still pretty rare.
Yeah. There they say Hercules. And you guys say it differently.
Yeah.
What, I mean... You seem, and I know I said this week too, that you seemed really well rested. You seem in a really good place this week.
Oh, good.
As you had your hand on the side of your face.
That's yeah.
Like it seems to be going pretty well.
Yeah. I'm often a guy to focus on the positives as best I can. And that's usually, even therapy, the first things I'm talking about are the good stuff. Yeah, generally I'd say so. I mean, it's not easy. And
of course not, yeah.
There's been some sharp learning curves. But I think as we've begun to find some things that we're able to put in place and seeing positive results, it helps. Yeah. The way I see it, I basically got 8 hours of sleep last night. Even it was like 2 4s, which really weren't 4 for me fully, but got up, got some exercise this morning. That always helps. I cannot stress that enough for myself, but I think probably for anybody just to have some movement.
I was just going to ask if there was one thing that you would impart onto other people, you know, other guys that are about to be a new dad for the first time. Is there something you would stress? Definitely do this.
I would suggest, I mean, not everyone likes exercise, I guess, so it may not be for everybody, but some form of maybe even just like getting up and walking out of the house and going for a walk around the neighborhood or something, because you got to find a way to be easy on yourself. And when you aren't really leaving home at the beginning, and
Yeah.
you're just feeling cabin fever, and the kid won't stop crying, and you're still figuring out how to do a change properly, and all these things. It's like they can really start to weigh on you.
Yeah.
But mostly I think it's all of these things is like that we're talking about with the reason that we're doing this, as we've kind of found, I think more as we went, is like not enough people really kind of share this. Like I've had some dads who are friends of mine who, had kids before me reach out and be like, "Hey, how are you doing? Everything okay?" And when someone who reaches out who hasn't had a kid, they often don't really say like, "How are you?" Or if they do, I don't really get into it. It's like, yeah, everything's okay. We're doing great. Can't wait to see you. But with like the guys that are parents, I'm like, fuck, man, this is hard. And I list like all the things and like this, and they're like, yeah, that tracks. I'm sure you're doing fine.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, so you knew this? Hold on a sec. You knew this, and you didn't. But I think in a way you can't. Well, sure you can. I mean, that's what we're doing. You can share this stuff before, and I think it's important to do so because, the thing that really scared me the most, no, not the most, but it scared me. It's like, oh, you're going to be a great dad. You'll be great. It's like, I can't live up to that. Already, you're building me to this thing that I've never, no way.
Right.
But also because of who I am and like wanting to do it great.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you don't really know until you're in it. But if you could find out a little bit so that as the things got hard, you don't go, oh my God, I'm screwing up. Oh my God, this is all burning down and it's my fault. And oh my God, I'm a terrible parent. And he peed on me again. This is all coming over.
Right.
If you knew a little bit before, then you might be a little bit easier on yourself.
Yeah.
And therefore your wife. And then, as we talked about last week, your kid too. So you don't, kind of break through those moments of pure frustration and do something that, you regret or can't take back. But yeah, it's uncanny. All of them are like, yeah, that I think I'll be really honest. I'm going to tell them how bad, like I've had a bad day today. And they're like, yeah, that sounds about right. You know? Just happy for you guys. So thrilled for you. And you're like, fuck. Okay. Thanks.
As someone that doesn't have a kid, if you have a friend who is about to have a kid, you're 8 weeks down the road.
Now you're doing it, Ed.
See, now I'm doing it. Looking back, what would you advise these people get as a gift for a new parent? Do you need more diapers, or do you we're good on such and such? More of this would have helped.
Reaching out.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Just checking in. Generally.
That's good.
And sure, I mean, this day and age, I think like the baby shower thing and the registries and the people, they've kind of got that dialed, and they're gonna get things. And they're probably this day and age too. It's like there's so many different kinds of diapers. It's not just like Huggies anymore. They'll find the ones that they want to use and like. And I mean, you could say, hey, have you found a diaper you like? Can I get you some?
Right.
Sure. But food.
Really?
Yeah. Just like, hey, home cooked meal. Let me drop it off. I'll put it on the front step. You don't even have to come out and say hi. You do your thing, your time. It's there for you. Yeah. Or if there's, you're missing a meal that you love, or they have come to your house and that they loved your ribs, whatever, make them those. But yeah, checking in.
Yeah.
It's huge. It was for me.
8 weeks down the road, and looking back, if you can pull back and take a look, what are you and your wife really good at doing when it comes to parenting? What have you guys, whether you expected to or not, what can you look back and right now and be like, you know what, we're really killing it at X, Y, and Z?
Well, she has so much experience with kids. As
Yeah.
working in the emergency department at Children's Hospital. I mean, so she was already so good at knowing what to do and how to swaddle and like all these things. And so I was really good at, taking her lead, letting her take the lead rather. No, I mean, communicating, and one thing that I think really helped us, I don't know if it's like, oh, we did it so great, but to pat ourselves on the back is really kind of laid out beforehand some things that she knew she really wanted on the day of, that she knew she couldn't provide herself. She was going to be a little busy giving birth,
Right.
And so she laid them out for me. And so to know some things that in the excitement and chaos of new baby and all, they like, don't forget, she really wants a couple of really important photos of the day and the first hold and like these keepsake things that there are some moments that didn't get caught, you miss. But generally I did a good job of that, and she's got some things. I even have like some film camera shots from the days that she really, it means a lot to her. But within that, there were a few other things that we laid out of like how things will operate, so that there's no like, why aren't you doing this? You should be, we kind of discussed how we wanted to run things at the beginning and who was going to be coming to help and all, we had kind of laid out a plan. Of course, nothing goes to plan and we had to make some adjustments, but as far as how we were going to be interacting with each other at first and who was going to be getting up and feeding and who was going to get it, of course she's going to be the feeding, but the point being is that I was doing the changing and really minimizing her thought of, oh, well, I guess I should just X, Y, or Z. It's like, no, you shouldn't, because you should be laying down and you should be healing, and that's okay. And I'm here to support so that you don't have to. But yeah, I guess the teamwork of it and communication of it, but laying it out ahead of time and kind of plotting a few things so that there wasn't question and it was just kind of understood and known. And then it gives you an ability to pivot like we've done with the feeding at night. We watched a video and that didn't come about so easily. She sent it to me and I was like, great. Yeah. She's like, no, I don't think I could do that. It's like, oh wait, I thought you were saying you wanted to do that, Right. But it did lead to conversation and communicating's, even without a kid, communication's the toughest thing to really get, but is the most important thing to get if you can.
Before we wrap up, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you if there are any new entries.
I was getting so worried that you might pass up on this.
Oh, man. Are you kidding me? You saved dessert for last.
This is the thing that I think I've contributed that has been good, but not just in this aspect, but throughout, is like making things fun. Because it sucks. I'm sick of cleaning diapers and butts. And it's only the beginning, man. I know I have years.
Thankfully, you're almost done.
Oh, Ed, if I could reach through this screen.
I was going to say you went from murder to just straight up heartbreak.
Acting.
That's why he's an actor, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. But, even like doing funny, like I've always loved the scene in The Wizard of Oz where they're like changing zip zip here and a snip snip there, so like I'll do things like that with him as we're changing. Just if you can make it fun. Yeah. If you can take the pressure off of it and well, let me just read this and we'll see how well I'm doing with that. So this was Sunday, 11:07. It was a mixed, mushy yellow diaper.
Mm.
It stank. Something awful. And there was a reluctance, almost a fear, as I began to pull back the Velcro straps of the diaper, initiating the change.
Ugh.
And there it was. Or wasn't. I do a double take. Surely there had to have been more. I mean, the stench. I mean, really, this is it? That I almost regret changing him. I mean, we could have just fed him and put him to sleep, saved waking him up with fear of getting him back down again. And just as these thoughts are creeping into my mind, as I'm about to finish putting on the new diaper, he began to pee. Oh, I saw it coming, and in trying to cover it up, I pointed his little fire hose in the wrong direction, and there it is, up the wall, on the side of the changing table, the Chuck's pad, the onesie, and him. God damn it. This could have been so easy. And now this. Now he lays there, stunned, looking up at me, waiting to see how I'll react. And frustration is creeping in. But his calm, cool eyes staring up at me bring me back down. I get everything changed quickly. No problem. The new Chuck's pad down, the new diaper going on, and insert urine joke here, because this time it's a lot more than the last. Now he'll need, after this pee, a full bird bath, and my frustration will need more than his quiet stare to bring me down. This should have been so easy. Failure. It creeps in as I know my wife is waiting to feed him, wondering what the hell is taking so long. This should have been so easy. It's only a diaper change. Get a hold of yourself, man. But I can't. My whole life has somehow led up to this very moment, this test, and I have failed. A diaper got the best of me. I'll never be able to show my face anywhere again.
Oh, that was a diaper.
Oh my God.
That diaper was it instilled so much shame in his father. That is incredible.
And it also led to a slight argument and snap for me. Like, I was so frustrated. Why this one of the other ones? And so I turned it into funny, but it wasn't originally. And, it's that thing of like, if you can know that's these days, like, Mama told me there'd be days like these,
right.
It's like, but you still be no matter how much it's still, it can get the best of you, and
yeah,
we're only human, and
yep,
that's okay. But yeah, I mean, at least I have a funny write-up to remind me of how silly I made this one diaper so important. And it was like the start of that new night thing. We're like, we're on it. We got this. And
right.
I'm just like, I know she's, it's like, I put so much pressure on myself. And, that's the great learning lesson that comes with,
yeah,
your kid is they're going to remind you that nothing is that important, really. Right. And you're going to fuck it up, and that's okay. And
yep.
Just, to rebound and to be the goldfish. And, it's tricky.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So not to end on a low note, it was okay. And reading it back, it's like, that was pretty dark there at the end. But that's how important it felt in that moment.
Yeah, yeah.
And how insane we get. Like, we're all crazy. We're all so silly and crazy about everything. Yeah. And so, all of the parts of being parents are wrapped up in all the things that happen in life,
And, but I don't think that's a low note to end on. It was a low point and it was a low time, but, time, you've got a few days since that's happened. You were able to write that funny entry about it. And so it also just helped for you to reiterate, we just push through. We got this. It's going to suck. It sucks sometimes. It'll probably suck again, but we got this. And it's just that that commitment and that consistency and that determination that even though you don't always feel it and you don't always feel like doing it, you're still doing it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a great testament to just fatherhood, parenthood, and just pushing on through, just doing it. You know, it's what you got to do. You know,
this is real and forever. It's like,
yeah.
You know, there's a friend said this, and it's like, he's like, "Oh, how's it going over there being a dad?" I was like, "Yep, you know, trying on the dad suit, seeing how it fits." He's like, "Listen, buddy, there's no returning that suit. You bought it. You own that sucker, so you better get used to wearing it." It was like,
Yeah.
I was just trying to be silly, man, but God, you just like you brought it down to the level. You brought it down to the level, man.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
he's right.
Yeah, it's not even a suit anymore. It's just a skin. You know?
And sometimes it's really thin.
Yeah. Oh, man, I love that. Well, Lane, and again, thanks for just always being open and honest and real with what's going on, man. I think it's great.
Thanks for being here and being a sounding board and bringing the good questions, because it wouldn't be interesting with just me.
You are such a liar.
Oh, buddy.
I've got the easy part. You've got the one to actually. You're going through everything that I'm asking questions about. You know, so you're doing the hard work. You know, I mean.
Wow. Go on.
All right.